manager. How can I help?
Hello, Stacey. Can I have your full name, please?
Yes, my name is Stacey Duff.
Stacey Duff. How are you today, alright?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad. Sorry to... I know it looks like I'm an awkward complaining, but like I says, I've got this letter here from a bailiff's company called Connex Recovery and Field Services. They are based in Ireland, and you've sent me they've sent me a threatening letter on your behalf. So I'm going to send now a subject access request, because I'm pretty sure, and I've looked at the law, that to pass my death certificate you need a thing called a deed of novation or a deed of assignment, and you don't have them because it requires my consent. So I want to know what's going on with this bill. So because like I've got to write a letter now to these, because by the law you have to respond to every letter. This is why I respond to everything, and this letter says here that I am to contact you about this, and that's what I'm doing. The other guy says you can't speak to me because it's the account's deadlocked, and I understand that because I found it before, and I understand you've deadlocked this account, but you've passed this to a third party interloper without my consent, and I just now have got to apply to you for a subject access request, and like I've got no one to deal with because you've deadlocked my account. So who do I deal with? I keep getting, I've got Jackie Maxwell, I've got Craig Waters, I've got that many names I need to deal with, and I just want some clarification who to send this request to.
So I can arrange for a subject access request, a STAR, to be arranged for you, so you don't need to write to anyone.
No, I'll do it. I'll send it in writing if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Because
like if you don't accept it, then if you just ignore it, I can report you to the ICL.
What information you're wanting on your account so that I can enable that to go through? What kind of information are you wanting?
No, what it is, I'm not going to. No offence, Stacey. I've got nothing against you, but I will write this subject.
I know you do.
I'll send this subject access request. I've sent these before. I know how to do it myself, and. If you write it yourself, you'll just write any old crap, no offence, and you just send me what you want. So I prefer to write it and send it myself. I've got my own subject, I can write them one myself. So
within them details of that letter, when you're requesting your STAR, if you could just be specific on what information you need.
I know, yeah, I would say what it is.
Perfect, great.
See, what it is I need every bit of information that you've got on me from every department, and I've got to word that in writing, because I've been through this before where I've sent subject access requests and they write back and stall you and say you haven't asked. So I've got my own way of writing it, so I'd rather just send that, and if you don't want to address that, then I can just report you to the ICL. So that's okay. I'll be sending it. Well, I'll send it over the week, probably today or over the week. You don't want to deal with me, except that you've deadlocked my account, so you don't have. Telling me to call you and then saying you won't discuss this with me.
No, so it's not that we're not discussing it with you. The only way that we can avoid it going down our collections route, as Ross rightly said, is to set up a payment plan which is agreeable with us.
But that's not going to happen. Look, my complaint is this: I've discharged this bill within accordance with the bills of exchange, which is a lawful remedy, which you don't accept, which is fair enough. And I understand if you don't accept that method of payment, then you should have sent it me back and sent it. But you haven't acted correctly. You've acted so when this goes to court, and I've got all this evidence, all these recorded phone calls, all the evidence. So I've tried to pay this bill in accordance with the bills of exchange. I've provided you your own memorandum of association, which is registered with Companies House, which clearly says in there that you do accept the method of payment that I've made, and you've ignored all this. And it doesn't surprise me because you're a corporation, but now you're getting nasty with everything, and now you're threatening me to do things to me that you can't do. You've now sent this bill that I've paid, which really, if you're in dispute this, we should go to court. I'm waiting to go to court. My bundle's already done. You ain't taking me to court. You're sending it out to the bloody IRA to come threaten to come to my door from Ireland.
We've sent it to an agency.
It's not an agency. It's an agency in a different country.
Yes, which we aren't. I'm not able to stop that until a suitable payment plan is.
No, I don't want you to stop it. You don't need to stop this. I can stop this myself. I don't need you to stop this for me. What I'm saying is you're acting illegally, and by sending this to an Irish company, you've sent it to out the country. So now I'm going to have to write a specific subject access request. That makes me request all information that you send to a foreign country about me, and that's when it comes to court, and I point that out. That's going to be quite bad for you. And it might be part of your collection process, but if this is a part of your collection process, why haven't you sent this to a normal bailiff? Why has it gone out the country without my consent?
What I need to do is, because you are speaking about bringing SSE legal action against SSE, I do need to give you information on that. Have you been sent that information before?
Look, I can get my own. Look, It's this simple, right? I am being forced into this position. I don't wish to take legal action against anybody, but you're threatening me with legal action. You've done nothing but threaten, try to intimidate me, and not accept anything that I've got to say. You won't talk to me. You're threatening me. I've got mental health issues. Mental health. I've got a CPN. I'm there, and this is taking up a hell of a lot of my time. It's stressing me out, all because I just, you know what I mean? My condition don't allow me to not be bullied. I'm not going to go into it with you, and I'm not, but I don't allow myself to be bullied, bullied and threatened, and I feel like
I don't want you to feel that way either, okay?
This is how I feel. You threaten and bully me that much. Now you're threatening me with the IRA. You're sending people from Londonderry, Irish people, to my address. Do you know what I mean? A company in Londonderry. I've had to check this out. You know what I mean? What Irish people?
That we can stop this. The way that we can stop this is if we agree to a payment.
We're not going to agree to it. I've already paid the bill. We're not going to agree to a payment. I just want to know why you're sending Irish people to my address.
There's still an outstanding balance on the account, and that's part of our collections activity.
Yeah, but this account is in dispute. I've served a notice of protest on you. This needs to go to court. The only way this is going to get resolved is in court, and I'm going to have to bring a court case against you myself, and it's going to cost me. And also, I'll get all this information, and so when I'm ready to bring the case, that's what I'll do. Even the ombudsman ain't going to help me with this because it's too complex for them.
Okay. Well, that would be what I would say is the next step. If you disagree with us, would be go to the ombudsman, okay?
No offence.
Have an impartial view.
No offence, Stacey. You've been civil and nice, and thank you for that, because I'm normally treated very nasty by your company. Not very nice at all, but you seem to be a bit decent, so thank you for that.
Yes, I appreciate that. I am really, really sorry you're unhappy. I'm just trying to explain how we can stop this, and I appreciate if you don't want to bring us to court with this, you're more than entitled, and I'll send you the details that we do need to provide you if you're bringing legal action against SSE.
Well, yes, I will be bringing legal action against you because it's too simple. There's nothing. What else can I do? All you keep doing now is like, oh no, you're sending bailiffs from Ireland for me.
And what I'm saying is...
You're sending bailiffs? I mean, look, listen to this. We will send an agent to your property to collect payment from Ireland.
What I'm trying to explain is the way to stop this is by setting up a payment plan.
No, I don't think so. Okay. The way to stop this is to take you to court and say, the way to stop this is this simple. If I've done something wrong in all of this, really, we should go to court to resolve. The only way, you can say what you want and I can say what I want. You can interpret the law the way you want and I can interpret the way I want. The only person who can interpret correctly is the judge. Would you agree with that?
Well, what I'll do is after this telephone conversation, I'll write to you with the details that you...
Well, I just want to know about this bailiff stuff because you've got bailiffs threatening me.
You wouldn't stop our collection.
No, you don't have. I can stop this myself. It's this simple. Okay. That company has got no contract with me. You've passed my details without my consent to that company. That company has got no contract. It has got to come to my address and threaten me for money is demanding money with menaces. There has to be some form of contract for somebody to demand money off you. And you're saying to me that you've passed it to them. The guy before you says we've still got the account. So you've basically says that you've passed this to a bailiffs when you've got no CCJ, you've got nothing like that.
We're not at that stage yet. We're just at the stage with our collections where we've passed it to a third...
Well, it's just simple. What right of Connex Recovery and Field Services got to come to my house and demand money?
It's part of our collections.
It doesn't matter. If you keep saying that over and over again, it won't make any difference. The bottom line is I don't have a contract with Connex. They have got no legal right to come to me, and SSE has got no legal right to pass my details without a deed of novation, and I'll be demanding these things in court. Yeah. You don't have a deed of novation, you don't have a deed of assignment. You will not have these things because you require my consent, and you don't have my consent. You don't have these. You've tried to fit a prepayment meter, you can't do that. Because again, you don't have my consent, I don't have gas. I've supplied evidence of this. And now you're sending it now to an Irish company to come and threaten me. Threaten me. And I mean, it's like we will send an agent to your property to collect payment. What payment? I don't even owe this company any money. I don't know who this company is. So they can't send me threatening letters on your behalf when I don't have a contract with this company unless you've sold the debt to them. And I want to know, have you sold that debt to that company?
The company that we use on behalf of SSE with our collections process.
Yeah, you've said that about 4 times now, but the point I'm trying to make is, I want to know is, has SSE sold the debt to Connexus Recovery and Field? It's got to be on your computer. I'm asking for the information, please.
We're not at that stage. We're at the stage where we're actually just trying...
So why are these sending me threatening letters on your behalf then?
We're using a company on our behalf.
Yeah, in Ireland.
Okay. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this conversation. I really am trying to help you.
Yeah, okay, I'll listen. Sorry, what it is, it's just like, put yourself in my position. I'm sitting here, I'm on medication, and I've got a letter saying here, we will send an agent to your property from Ireland. How would you feel? How would you feel? We will assess your personal circumstances and recommend what happens next. This may include arranging this pays...
That's not a nice letter to receive.
Of course it's not. I'm going to say, you basically says, we will send an agent to your property to collect payment from Ireland. How would you feel? That sounds to me like, God, who's coming for me? The UDA or the IRA or the new IRA? That's what my head's sitting here thinking, what kind of people are going to be coming from Ireland for me? Bailiffs?
No, this is someone that we have used on behalf of SSE. It wouldn't be anyone of who you're referring to, okay?
Well, how do I know that? It just says, as far as I know, this company's based in Londonderry. And that Londonderry, that's not a nice place. And bailiffs are not nice people. And bailiffs are usually like criminals. So look, I'm not just making this up. And if you're sending bailiffs from Ireland for me to come here and threaten me for money, of course I'm worried. So I'm sitting there, is it the UDA, is it the IRA, is it the real, what kind of a person's going to be coming to my door demanding money without any kind of a contract? And that's why I'm worried. Are you threatening me with Irish people, Irish bailiffs? And I want to know how you've got the power to do that to a debt that I've claimed that I've paid. You won't take me to court. Why don't we just go to court? And so now you're threatening me with Irish bailiffs, and I'm sitting here not worried because I know they've got no power, but like, you know what I mean? I still don't know whether these people are going to turn up or what. And that's the letter I've got here. So and it says to me, you want to stop this? Ring this number. I'm ringing this number, and I'm like, and you always keep saying, set up a payment plan, set up a payment plan. Not addressing the issue that I'm sitting there worried that I've got Irish people coming for me.
Let me put you on hold, and I'm just going to have a look through your account, okay?
So please, yeah, I want some clarification. If you've sold the debt to them, then I don't no longer owe the debt. If you haven't sold the debt to them, and you don't have a CCG, why are you threatening me with this kind of stuff? So listen, I want to apologise, Stacey, if I've come across... I do want to apologise, but you must understand my predicament and the position I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here now, I had a letter here thinking, oh my God, here we go, I've got people coming for me because what you've sent. And I don't want to be in that kind of position. It's not good for me. No. And even though I know the people that you've sent have got no power, I'll stop them coming. How do I know what they're going to do when they get here? How do I know if them kind of bailiffs are going to adhere to the bailiff guidelines and shit, and or just kick my door in like they do in Ireland or whatever? I don't know what kind of bailiffs I'm dealing with them there. They could be like I said, most bailiffs are villains. You know what I mean? And so you're threatening me with people from Ireland who've got absolutely no power to be contacting me on your behalf, and let alone threatening me. I've already sent a letter to Craig Waters explaining to you, under the 1988 Ministry of Communications Act, you're sending me threatening letters. And this is the icing on the cake now. So when I get to court and I show this to the judge that you're threatening me with an Irish bailiffs, and so you better have some kind of paperwork or something that can back everything up, because you're going to need it. And I know that you can't pass my details out without a deed of... Check it out yourself. You need a deed of novation or you need a deed of assignment, and you don't have any of them because you require my consent. I may have mental health issues, but I'm not an idiot.
No, and nobody's saying that you are. And
you lot think I'm an idiot? Like, I've got mental health issues. I don't go nowhere. I don't do anything. I sit here all day. I'm surrounded now by bits of fucking paperwork everywhere. Just doing this, going through this, trying...
It's not something we would want. I would never want you to feel that way, and I am really sorry that we've...
And it's not stopping, and all I'm saying is, keep threatening me with all this stuff. Let's go to court and sort it out in front of a judge, and you just threatening me, and you are destabilising my condition by keep sending me these kind of threats. I've sent letters saying, listen, this is classed as message communication. Let's go to court. I've sent a letter. Let's go to court and sort this, because, like I said, the only person who can interpret you can say whatever you want, and so can I, but the only person who can interpret this correctly is the judge. Now, if you're saying we've got a dispute, and I'm saying I've got a dispute, and I'm saying let's go to court, please, and you say we ain't taking you to court, we're just going to keep threatening you and threatening you and threatening you, and now we're threatening you with people from a different country. Look at it from our position. Wouldn't you feel threatened?
I completely from, and I am really sorry you feel that way, okay? And if you do want to take us to court, like I said, I will write to you with all the details that we need to make you aware of. In our terms and conditions, we do state that if you fail to make payments, we may sure you...
I'm very aware of your terms and conditions. I've read them. I've read your memorandum of association.
Question, if that's okay. Do you agree that there's a balance outstanding on your account?
There's a balance outstanding on the account that I can't discharge because you won't send an accurate bill. I've got a bill for £827 that I've paid with like an endorsed cheque. If we accept payment or whether you don't, that's
you don't accept that payment.
Well, that's fine then. But in your guidance, I've provided you evidence that you do accept that form of payment. So how are you going to explain that in court?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I've got your own guidelines. Do you understand what a memorandum of association is? Do you know what that is?
I'm not going to get into all that.
No, I'm just saying what it is it's the guidelines that you've got, your company's got logged with Companies House in London. Companies House in London, that's the guidelines. And in them very guidelines, Section 33, Section 34, it clearly states that you do accept that form of payment. So when it goes to court, and I show that and I show the memorandum of association, you do accept that form of payment, and you say you don't accept that form of payment, you're in breach of your own guidelines that are laid down with Companies House, and the judge will not miss that. He will not miss it. And so that's what I'm saying. And I can't pay the remainder of the bill because I've sent the letter off. You keep adding the same bill that's under protest, that's in dispute. I've sent you a notice of protest with the bill, this is all legal stuff. When it gets to court, you might ignore all this, but the judge won't. It's that simple. The judge won't. All this paper, all what I'm saying is complete, proper and true and correct. I've checked it all out myself. And yes, it is my interpretation, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about most of this. And I'll leave it to the judge to decide, but you keep threatening me over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like, it's getting ridiculous.
Okay.
It really is.
I don't really know any further that I can move forward with.
Yeah. All I want to know is, like I said, the two questions I have you sold this debt to that company?
Let me pop you on hold and I'll have a look, okay?
Yes, but that's all I mean. If you've sold the debt to the company, there is no debt. That's the way the law works. If I take you to a place and buy you a hot dog, I can't claim after that you owe me the money for that dog. And if they've bought the debt, there is no more debt. If they haven't bought the debt, they shouldn't be contacting me. And I'll be making a complaint and registering it with them.
Let me pop you on hold, okay?
Okay, please. Thank you. Stacey.
So we've not sold that debt onto the agency.
So you can confirm you've not sold it?
Confirm that. We've not sold it. We're just using them on behalf of us with our collection.
Well, like I said, that's perfect because now I can just I can make a complaint to them because they've got absolutely no right to contact me whatsoever.
But that's something that we use as a host for us.
It doesn't matter if you use them or not. It's this simple. I don't have a contract with Connex Recovery and Field Service, and the law clearly states if you don't have a contract with somebody, threatening them for money is called demanding money with menaces. That's what that law was invented for.
But you've got a contract with SSE and we use...
I have not got a contract with SSE.
No, you do, sir.
I do not have a contract with SSE. I have a consumer agreement. There's a difference.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to quote the law to me, I don't have a contract with SSE.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a response.
No, what is it? I just want to know about this. See, am I sending a subject access request to you, Stacey Ross?
It's me directly if you wish to do so,
yes. No, I'm not being funny or anything. I'm saying all I want to see. I've got nobody. See, I'm dealing with this Craig Walters, but he's only a service manager. What's your job title again, please?
I'm a team manager.
So you're in charge of stuff, aren't you?
And Craig Walters is actually a site manager, so I work on behalf of our chief exec, I work on behalf of our head of customer service.
Yeah.
So I'm entitled to speak on their behalf.
Yeah, I know you can speak on everyone's behalf, I get that, but what I'm saying is like I said, you owe me more than I owe you. I've sent you my fee schedule, and this phone call has cost you £250. I've already sent you my fee schedule.
Yeah, that's not something we would agree.
Yeah, I know. It says, the point is, it doesn't matter what you say. When this gets to court, the judge will look at my fee schedule and take in consideration what I've charged. I'm allowed to charge anybody, and so when this does get to court, finally, I will present my fee schedule, and I've got all my details, and this phone call will cost £250, which is added. You owe me more than I owe you, and you won't accept my debt, so why should I accept yours?
What I'm going to do is I'll send you a letter with the details.
Yes, please. I'm not trying to be funny. It's what it is. You've got to understand my perspective. I'm frustrated with this whole process. I'm frustrated by all of it, and I want. Can you clarify that? Can you get it clarified now on this recorded phone call that you are sending these bailiffs to my address from Ireland?
That's not something I can clarify on the phone call because I'm not aware of the collections activity. But
well, I've got a letter here saying that they're going to send somebody on your behalf. So is there any way you could find out? I could hold.
Following our collections procedure, what they'll do is they could send someone out to your property. Yes, if there's not an agreed payment plan.
No, they can't send anyone to my property. I've explained this to you. By your terms and conditions, they can, but by law, they can't.
Anyway,
I don't have a contract with Connex. They can't send anybody here. They send anybody here, and I'll do them. You know what I mean? Demanding money with menaces. It's that simple. They will be getting a letter from me next week to their CEO, which is Mr. S.M. Riley, stating if he sends anybody or anything to mine from a foreign country when they don't have a deed of novation, they don't have a CCJ, he's going to be finding himself having a lawsuit. It's that simple. I'll be knocking that letter up over the weekend and I'll be getting it next week. So I ain't bothered about them. They can't do anything. I'm just worried that they might send somebody. If they send somebody to my property who's, well, from Ireland, and like I says, you know, a really nice sweet guy with glasses, that will be a problem. But if they send some thugs to my thingy and kick my door in, then that is a problem, isn't it? That's what I'm worried about, that you're going to send, I don't know, I don't, bailiffs are not very nice on the English side, they can't be even better, they're going to be even worse on the Irish side. So if you're sending bailiffs here, who, like, from a recovery and field service, Connex, and they don't adhere to the British laws, and they just, and that's what I'm in fear of. I'm in fear that you're going to send thugs to my address.
So if we're using a company that we are using on behalf of SSE...
Yeah, you're using an Irish company. You're not using a bailiff company. You're using a bailiff company out of the country. Ireland is a different country. It uses the euro. It doesn't even have the same currency as us.
On the phone for quite a while, okay? So what I'll do is I'll wait for your subject access request with all the details you've requested.
Well, can you send me some confirmation whether Connex on behalf of SSE is sending a bailiff here from Ireland? Because I'm going to make this complaint to them, and so, but they're saying they're doing it on behalf of you, so you must have something somewhere, some kind of paperwork that says that you've authorised the sending of this bailiff without any kind of legal paperwork.
What I'll do is I'll pop that in the letter I send you with the information on our legal stance and how you bring legal proceedings on SSE.
Yeah.
And I'll send you that in a letter, okay?
Please, yeah, if you would do it. And like, I'm going to contact this company, so I'm going to contact it on your behalf, saying I've spoke to you. I'm going to give him your name. Is that okay?
You're welcome to use my name.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I've spoke to you, and like, and I'm going to make them. I'm going to send them the same thing. I'm going to make them provide evidence. They don't have a contract with me. I don't have a contract with you. I definitely don't have a contract with them. And they've got no authority to send anybody here for any reason from a foreign country. And you've provided the details. Could you also enclose in the paper that you're going to send me the law that says that you can pass my details in accordance with the Data Protection Act? You can pass my details on to a third party without my consent, because I'm pretty sure that you can't, according to the law. So could you look into that as well, please, Stacey?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Okay, then I'll be receiving your letter next week.
Yes, I'll send that to you next week, okay?
Okay, so, and if I wanted to make a complaint, I'll say what it is, because this is deadlocked and you're saying it's all one complaint. I really wanted to make a complaint with you about this, but I know you're not going to let me make the complaint, are you?
Well, what we'll do is we've reached our final position.
Yeah, I know you're going to say I had the same thing last time. You're going to say that it's deadlocked.
I'm going to send you the letter with all the information you've requested.
Yeah, yes, please. Well, like I says, I want to make a complaint about this, and you. So, could you look into if I can make another complaint about this letter with you, please?
That's part of our collections process, which we made you aware of in the deadlock letter, so we wouldn't raise another complaint about that.
So I can't make a complaint about this fresh letter that you've sent?
No, that's a part of our collections process, which we made you aware of in our deadlock letter, our final position. So what I would say is, if you're unhappy with that, I know you said you don't want to go to the Ombudsman, but that would be the next...
This is too complex for the Ombudsman. I'm taking this straight to court.
That's fine. What I'll do is I'll send you our legal information that you need if you want to take us to court.
Yes, please.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. Listen, I'm sorry to be me, basically, Stacey, but thank you for your help. I don't mean to come across like this, but you must understand I'm a bit frustrated, and I know you've got your position and I've got mine. Do you know what I mean? But thank you for today.
That's okay.
And I don't mean to come across like horrible or like, I know it's not your fault. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit frustrated at this whole process. So please, if I come across a bit weird or anything, I apologise. Okay.
There's no need to apologise, sir. Okay.
You have a good day. Anyway, thank you, sir. I look forward to your letter.
I know. Bye.
See you later. Bye.